Ready to file your taxes and your business, and you got questions about your car or truck expenses. If you're wondering about that, stay tuned and come on over to the other side. Hey everybody, Camari, Ellis here, Finance Rebel, founder of the Philly Tax Team. As I promised you all that I'm doing a video a day until tax season's over. Today is 46. We have 46 more days until tax season's over. All right, and so today I got a question from my buddy Mike over at Net Gold. You know, he's the Ashy guy or the Ashy Patrol guy. So check out his question. He left it on my Instagram page. And he actually asked about 3 questions on one post. And he says, can I write off my car if I add a sticker to the side of promoting my business? This is actually a good one because a lot of people actually believe that and have questions about it. So let's dive into it. All right, so Mike wants to know if he just puts a little placard or advertisement on the side of his car, can he write it off? So, no, but it's kind of tricky. So bear with me for a minute. All right, so listen, if you get a placard, you can write the placard off as an advertising expense, right? As it relates to your car is kind of under a different domain. So you have 2 ways to write off your car. You can do actual expenses or you can use standard mileage deduction. Okay, so with actual car expenses, you can write off things like depreciation, where you get to write off the cost of the car over the life of the car. That might be a little bit more tricky. All right, but basically, let's say the car was $10,000, you keep it for 10 years, you get to write off $1,000 each year as a write-off. That's just one way to do it. There's actually several ways to do it. All right, but you can write off lease payments, you can write off gas and oil and tires, repairs, tolls, insurance, registration fees, sometimes even car wash fees. All right, now that's under actual mileage. If you were to write off the standard mileage deduction for cars when you're in business, right, you just get to write off the mileage. And so every year the IRS readjusts the mileage. This year, I want to say mileage is 57.5 cents. So you get 57.5 cents for each mile. Now, that actually can add up. Just think about it. So for every 1,000 miles you drive, you're getting roughly $570.50 as a tax write-off. Okay, and so depending upon what type of car you have, what kind of shape the car is in, the mileage requirements of it, more than likely the standard mileage deduction is the best way to go. On your really, really older cars that cost a whole lot to get put in service or mileage, actual mileage may be better. But here's the thing, little caveat. You can only use standard mileage or the standard mileage rate if you use it the first year you put the car in service for your business. So you can't be doing this whole flip-floppiness, going back and forthness. You gotta pick one, you gotta stick with it, all right? And then the other thing is if you are ever audited, you wanna be able to prove your mileage, okay? So I would use an app like a Mileage IQ or QuickBooks Self-Employed if you're self-employed, to track your mileage, because that's important. Now, here's another thing. Here's a quick little tidbit. If you only have one car, and you want to say that you use it 100% for business, that's going to look fugazi. That's going to look a little weird, a little suspect. So the way you actually get to write off the car for business, they want to figure it out. How much for the business do you use for business? Now, if you use it for 100% business and that's it, that's fine. But if you're like most people and you also use it for personal, then you will have to go back and forth, right? You got to figure out what the ratio is. So let's say you drive 10,000 miles a year total, right? 8,000 of those miles are for business, 2,000 of those miles are for personal. So you get to write off 80% of the mileage for that vehicle, all right? So you get to write off the 8,000 miles, 2,000, 80% of that. Because again, the car is only being used 80% for a business. All right, Mike. And so Mike having the sticker, the placard, the vehicle wrap on it doesn't really matter. Again, you get to write off the cost of the vehicle wrap or the vehicle placard or sticker as an advertising cost, but it really depends on what you drive and what percentage of it. Again, if this is your only vehicle for business, you can write off 100% of whatever it is that you have, whether it's actual or standard mileage rate. You can write them off. However, if you only have one vehicle and you're sharing it between your personal life and your business life, you have to figure out what ratio of it was personal and what ratio of it was business to report it properly on your tax return. All right, so listen, these are the tax season checkups. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Now, question of the day. Do you use your car? Do you use your personal vehicle in your business? I want to know. All right, so get back to me again. Drop that in the comments. Camari, Ellis out, and I will see you with the next tax video. Do me a favor. If you know somebody that's struggling with taxes and they need questions answered, share these videos with them. Doesn't cost you a thing. It'll help them out a lot. All right, everybody. Have a great day. So long.